This message is for the New York Police Department. I'm making this video in defense of my friend. Before you guys arrest him, I need you guys to watch this. This man, he's innocent. When this man is not at work doing his job, he's working with me and my best friend Ethan on music all day long. That's a fucking lie, you dumb hooker.
Oh boy, welcome back my friends to another look at the unfortunate creature that is Cyraxx, aka Chance Wilkins. Here on the Swampy D channel, we are no stranger to the goblin and his lying ways. And of course, he's spinning new yarns, making up new stories, and lying his little tooth off as always. So let's jump right into it without any further ado.
Which I can show proof of. You see, this guy named John is trying to set him up to make it look like he is ordering stuff that he is not ordering. This man has not ordered any weapons of any kind at all. And me and him both, we have proof of that. We have proof that he has not ordered anything. And I can tell you right now, these people that are doing this stuff, they are evil people. They are not good people at all. These people are the kind of people that should be considered as domestic terrorists.
Oh shit, here we go again.
So for those a little bit out of the loop, let me give you a little context. Recently, Cyraxx's little buddy trolls, or his little brothers, whatever you want to call them, have come under fire from John and William, and apparently, they've been reported to the police. Oh no, Cyraxx, what did your friends do now? And he's out here sending a video to the New York Police Department for whatever reason, thinking that it's gonna make a difference, and his, vouching for this person's character is going to keep him from going to jail. But we all know Cyraxx has no credibility, and if anybody would turn this video on, especially in law enforcement, they'd just have a good chuckle like we are at this exact moment. You know, Chance claims that this guy is not ordering any weapons. He's not doing anything illegal. Nothing to see here, Vitch. But if anybody in this world is saying they're not doing something, Cyraxx is the one that's definitely doing it.
And the reason I say this is because these people have done things to me that would be considered domestic terrorism. These people have done everything from shoot at me through a bedroom window, do an illegal thing, to isolate me from my friends so they can easily pick on me without any repercussions. These people have also thrown a brick through the windshield of my mom's car a couple years ago, and these people have even gone as far as trying to set my family's van on fire and sending me an Xbox that was supposed to start an electrical fire that was supposed to in my family.
Big f***ing deal.
Absolutely devious, Cyraxx, lying to the New York Police Department, telling them that you've been shot at by these crazy trolls. They've thrown bombs at you. They've tried to blow up your car, set it on fire, set your whole house on fire. Where's the evidence, Cyraxx? I'll vouch for William any day. The FBI can come knock on my door and I'll be like, William, that's a freaking good soul right there. He donated $45,000 last week just so I could put new socks on all of my goats. No meme, it's totally real. All facts, no printer, my friends. Let's just say this was true, and people were trying to do all this to isolate Cyraxx from his friends. What would be the point? Nobody wants ownership of you, Cyraxx. Look at that face. Not even Sally could love it.
My family has called every branch of law enforcement over 120 times over the last 6 years, and yet nothing's been done. This man is a good person, and if you guys need any proof, if you guys need any kind of proof whatsoever of what's going on, you guys are more than welcome to send out a police officer, FBI agent, a detective. Send whoever you need to send out here to speak with me. If you guys want to know my information, my name is Chance Wilkins.
Aye, aye.
If you guys need anything, I'm more than willing to hand you guys whatever you guys need.
You gotta love when Cyraxx explains these things to law enforcement. It only makes him look terrible because, you know, nobody's really gonna show any love, support, or respect to people who waste the time of police departments. That's a waste of taxpayer money and a waste of time that they could actually be spending on actual crimes. There was one time way back in the day during the Heather 2 arc where Cyraxx apparently swatted Jamie Nicole, and at that exact same time there was an active shooting going on and they were wasting their time with that. This is the type of stuff that people don't respect and the type of stuff that should probably get you thrown in jail, Cyraxx.
These people are evil terrorists, and they are connected to a much larger network of people known as Kiwi Farms, who has been the cause of 3 since 2015. And they've even victimized hundreds of other people as well. These people are not good people. Wrong. The people that you want are William Glory Hole and a person by the name of John, who is the brother of my former troll that messed with me by the name of Music Biz Marty, who died back in March due to a fentanyl overdose.
You think by now Chance would have genuinely learned to stop poking the bear when it comes to Kiwi Farms and all of his massive major trolls? If he really wanted to combat this and actually, you know, get away from these people, he'd just leave the internet. We probably said that 100 times in this series. But alas, Cyraxx thinks that he's entertaining the masses. He thinks he's a celebrity. His delusion and absolutely regardation has him thinking that people actually tune in to see him, when in reality, we're hate watching, and we're all just along for the ride waiting for him to get thrown into the Akron jail. But alas, boys, it might not ever happen. He's likely gonna go homeless, and that's gonna be fun. And then one of those homeless people are probably gonna eat him alive, like the cannibals they are. I'm just kidding. But that would be great. We can only imagine, and we can only hope. Let's get a repeat of that, you know, bath salt zombie incident that happened in Miami.
What's up, y'all? In this video, I'm going to explain my story and what I've been through and what I still go through and what you guys can expect from this channel in under 15 minutes. But if y'all don't know me, what's up? My name is Chance, and I am a survivor of terrorism. My story starts about 6 years ago when this guy named Music Biz Marty made me a target. And he was nice at first. He did all the nice little things, you know, trying to play it nice, like, oh, I'm your friend, I'm gonna help you, you know, I'm gonna help you get hundreds and thousands of views. You're gonna be rich and famous. And at first I didn't buy into it. And when I didn't buy into it at first, he kept on, like, doing things, like subtle little things. Like, he would actually go out of his way to make it look like he's trying to help me. So, in my head, I'm thinking, alright, maybe this dude's trying to help. You know, maybe he is trying to help.
Lo and behold, my friend Cyraxx would not explain all of that in under 15 minutes, but since we've all heard this about 5,000 times, I cut about all of it to only be about 2 minutes. Honestly, this terrorism shtick is starting to get really old and boring, and I kinda just don't understand how he can keep saying this. Like, we can harp on it all we want in these commentaries about how dumb he is or whatever, but then it just gets to a point of just genuine boringness. Like, come on, dude, get something new already. Open up that goddamn closet so we can see the jug, bring back the Doritos bag, and let old Swampy D have some fun. I got nothing to zoom in on anymore, boys. It's sad times. And we can only zoom in on that last little snaggletooth so many times before we all want to just throw up. Cyraxx was always doomed to fall into these trolling shenanigans, and we all know it. He knows it, and it's been this way since birth for him. He lives for this attention. He loves the negative, the positive, and everything in between, because that means people are paying attention to him, and he's just like any other toddler. All attention's good attention.
I've been doing everything I can to get away from this terrorism. And like I said, I started this channel to not only honor my brother and what, you know, I want to do with his memory, but I started this channel to be able to talk about stuff like this. Now on the channel, you guys can expect a few things. You guys can expect both short form and long form films, because I do a lot of animation and stuff.
So that was a fucking lie.
So you guys can expect some really cool animated videos to come out and stuff. Along with a actual film that I am currently working on. I'm doing the storyboarding for it.
Are you sure about that?
You guys can expect daily vlogs, and you guys can also expect something else that not a lot of people expect me to be able to do, which is vocal covers.
Brother,
I started doing music in 2010 fully. I officially began in 2009, but I began doing vocals in 2010.
Alright, boys, it's another drinking game here in the swamp. Take a shot every time he says terrorism, terrorist, or even just mentions William Glory Hole or John, because we're gonna get lit tonight, boys. You know, Cyraxx's brother who died, if he's actually talking about Bill or whatever his name was, actually seems like he might have been the only somewhat decent person in that entire family. He's the one that ended up calling the police on good old Chancy Poo when he choked out Sally back in 2012. Sally wasn't gonna press charges and didn't want to call at all. But thankfully Bill said, F all that, we ain't letting this go down. Look man, use your AI, do whatever you want for fun, I'm not a stickler about any of that, but don't you dare come online and be like, look at this art that I made when you literally didn't make it. I'm sorry, you didn't make any animations, Cyraxx, you didn't make any of this stuff, you put it into something that did it for you. There was not a single moment that you sat there and did any artistic development on any of this stuff. You put in a prompt into a program and it gave you relatively what you were asking for. It's definitely tiring as a creative mind to hear this type of stuff from somebody like him. Like I said, I don't really mind AI as much as other people. I know some people are so deeply offended by it because they think it's going to take their jobs away and stuff, and maybe one day it will, and I'm definitely against it. Definitely hire a artist or whatever. But come on, Cyraxx, we all know and have seen your art. It looks like a little kid literally shit themselves on a piece of paper.
What is good, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we are playing GT3 Advanced here on the channel. Now we are playing the full game of this, so if y'all do like this kind of gameplay, be sure to smack that like button, that subscribe button, and that notification bell down below. And we're gonna start off with championship beginners class. Now this is just like Gran Turismo basically, and by the way, in case y'all know, we're on this controller right here, classic Thrustmaster D-pad controller, shoulder buttons. So like I said, this is basically just like Gran Turismo in the sense that you have to go through your licensing shit. Alright, what's with the pigeon? Really, bro? You give me a pigeon right off rip? That's literally easy.
And just like that, you can see the contrast and comparison here to what Cyraxx claims he makes and what he actually makes. And as you can see, it's more of this absolutely dog water gameplay, if you even want to call it that. Comparing it to Gran Turismo or whatever he's trying to say just hurts my brain, because as I'm looking at this, I'm like, this doesn't look like that at all. Doesn't play like it at all. I don't know, man. I guess they both have cars. That's something, right? As we've come to learn, Cyraxx genuinely thinks every racing game is exactly the same, has the same controls, the same type of basis to it, and obviously with a little common sense, that's definitely not how this works. These games all have their own unique things to them, and just comparing it to another racing game with a name that people might recognize doesn't really do anything to explain the content. But alas, what can you expect from freaking Chance Wilkins? Let's jump into another rant of his, because you know he can't stop talking about John recently.
I'm gonna make this short, simple, and to the fucking point, man. To William and John and Southern Harley, if you guys really think that you're gonna continue doing this shit that you're doing, okay, you guys are out here victimizing people for your own self-gain, and I'm not gonna fucking stand for it. You guys are literally victimizing people and taking advantage of people and victimizing people with special needs, bro.
and nobody's gonna stop me. Yeah!
I'm not about to stand there and let this shit happen. I refuse to sit here and stand by and watch as 3 little on the internet take advantage of a kid with Down syndrome. Fuck that shit.
Oh, Cyraxx, the only person who's taken advantage of any kids online is you. And you've been caught doing it and have admitted to doing so several times. It's always interesting to watch you do these types of things. You're trying to be a hero, a protagonist if you will, but you are always the antagonist. You are the villain. If anything, we all know the reason why you're defending this kid so bad is because you want to get in touch with them and, you know, make them your next little brother. But let's keep watching this because I'm sure it's only gonna get more depraved and creepy by the minute.
You wanna know how he's been taken advantage of? Let me tell you right now, dude. If y'all wanna know how this Toby kid has been taken advantage of by William and his friends, these people have a list, an actual list of potential targets for them to go after and take advantage of. And the way they do this is they pretend like, oh, we're a record label, we can sign you, and where we're gonna buy you all this stuff, and that's how they reel you in. That's how they get you onto their side. And then what do? Any money you make, they go behind your back and they steal it from you.
You serious?
And they use you and they mock you behind the scenes.
So basically, Chansey here is trying to claim that William Glory Hole, John, whoever else, all go out and look for people. They have a list, and they have this absolutely diabolical formula of doing so. And in reality, all he's doing is just reliving things that have happened to him. Trust me, none of these people are going after any innocent people. There's no list. But when they do happen to stumble upon creeps like yourself, they take matters into their own hands. It's not quite this evil, diabolical, devious cabal, if you will. But if that's what makes Chance scared to leave his little attic at night, then let's roll with it.
I'm not about to sit there and let you take advantage of a kid that has Down syndrome that doesn't understand right from wrong. I'm not about to let that shit happen. Fuck that shit. The real reason why you didn't want me talk to Toby's sister March outside of fucking panel is because you guys knew that I have real facts. I have real shit against you motherfuckers.
The real reason why people don't want Cyraxx talking to this child or their family is because he's a liar, he's a prolific PDF, and if anybody shouldn't be talking to anybody underage remotely, it's you, Cyraxx. Look, man, you're like a jump scare. You're gonna call them, FaceTime them something, they're gonna open up the picture and see that god-awful mug and probably scream, might even give their mother a heart attack. Shoot, the first time I saw you, I thought I had a stroke. But I digress. It never gets any better here. Cyraxx never stops lying, and he distorts and twists every situation. We all are smart enough here in the swamp at 339 to know nothing the goblin says can be taken serious. Anyways, that's where we're gonna end this one, my friends. Nothing changes here in the swamp at 339. We're gonna still stick to them, keep documenting everything. And of course, I'm gonna still be bullying our new homeless friend that we've been covering. So if you haven't checked out the new series on M Stands for Money, definitely go check it out. We're 2 videos deep and a 3rd one's coming very soon. Thank you guys so much. Be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see y'all soon.
No, I didn't forget.